It's not because it's.
It says we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
What do we get?
Let me get the AirPod out.
Yeah, no.
You got. Oh, I didn't bring an AirPod. Nice.
I'm gonna.
All right, mic test. I got enough.
Mic test 1 2.
1 2.
Are we good?
That was loud and clear.
Let's
All right,
go.
cool.
Let's go.
All right,
You're
I'm holding the mic. Down East
There you
Sports
go.
Show. We are dark as all get out. My back. Does the hat hurt?
There we
I don't
go.
know. We are dark as all
There
get
we
out.
go.
We are live from SPC. It's ECU game day. Just one shout out to my family dog, Frank. Unfortunately, I had to put him down this afternoon, so this one's for him. And hopefully this ECU wins for him as we take on the Florida Atlantic Owls.
Also, this one is for Frank. This one's also for Ben Herbstreit.
Yeah.
This one's for Ben.
Shout out Ben. Shout out Ben. Going to be a quick hitter this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got people all around us. Let me get my
Going
notes.
Not behind us though. Bad look
yeah.
behind us.
We're gonna
that
just-
way we're good. And that way we're good.
Yeah, we're going to keep it real short, real or fake. We're going to talk about the slate, pick six if you got it.
I do.
A little ECU talk, and then we'll wrap it up here. Real or fake, this is the one I told you I was saving.
Yeah.
Colorado wins the Big 12.
The possibility of that, very real. Will it happen? I don't know.
I think
Because
it's
it's going to
really
take a
real.
lot. It's going to take a lot for them, but they got a lot of help this past weekend. So I'd say real. But I'm not fully bought in. But
Yeah,
definitely.
man, obviously, I think you need Kansas State to beat Iowa State the last week, but I think it's going to be really real. Texas A&M, real or fake?
I don't think they were ever like that real to begin with because they're still trying to figure out quarterback play. Because Marcel Reed, we saw the highs of him. We saw some lows. He didn't play poorly at all against South Carolina. He just wasn't to that level that everyone thought he was going to be at following the week before against LSU. So I'd say A&M for me leans more fake. But I think they're one of those like right down the middle sort of teams.
Pull something up real quick.
What do we got?
Just going to pull the comments up. If you're in the chat, just feel free to hit us up.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, next one. We're going to your second favorite team. Are the Gamecocks real?
Well, my third favorite team.
Third.
Hell yeah, they are. They got screwed out of the LSU game.
I agree.
Should have won the Alabama game. Some poor calls in that game as well, but whatever. And then the loss to Ole Miss, which bad game. Everyone's got bad games. I think South Carolina's legit, and I'll come back to that in a little bit.
I think I will too.
Okay.
I think I will too. Is Clemson fake?
Yeah. They're a
I
talented
still
team.
think they can beat Miami because obviously you know my opinion on Miami. I think they're a
Oh, yeah.
ginormous fraud.
I
But
completely agree, but I think SMU could be both of those teams, to be honest.
hey, I had SMU playing in that game.
You are not lying. Also, I cannot see your face
No,
whatsoever.
not
right
at
now.
all. Not at all.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, you're chilling. It still
Didn't
doesn't help.
a
I'm
little.
darker. Somehow I got
AC
darker.
wins. Yeah, Patrick, move. Oh,
Hey,
little
that
bit.
helps
Hey,
a little bit.
marginally.
Marginally
Appreciate
helps.
you, Pat.
All right. Last one. I think this is kind of an interesting one. Neither Georgia or Texas play in the SEC championship game. It's a possibility. Things need to happen this weekend, but it is a possibility.
I think I'm
As
out
it smells
on that.
like Willie Nelson's armpit
It
out here.
sure enough does. I think I'm out on that because I mean,
I
obviously,
think one of them will get in, but
between A&M and LSU, A&M kind of hurt LSU a little bit. A&M turns right around and loses to A&M or loses to South Carolina and hurts themselves. I don't know. I feel like there's a possibility for both of those teams to make the conference championship. I'm fake on that one as far
all
as
right.
both of them.
I think I agree with you. I think at a possibility, it's probably going to be both of them still.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll hop into the slate leading off. I'm going to withhold my pick on a couple of these.
As you should.
Actually,
I
I'm going
will
to
as
withhold
well.
my pick on 3 out of the 4. We got Georgia 2.5-point favorite going to Oxford, Mississippi to take on the Rebs.
I think I kind of like this spot for Ole Miss, but I think Georgia's just going to be too much. I think this is a major get back for Georgia and really put themselves right on the back on the right path to make a second push, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
At the SEC title game.
I think last week was a little bit of a look-ahead spot, which should never be against the University of Florida. Love to beat the hell out of them. But we've seen it once this year, and we've seen it one the other way. Georgia in big games has been hit or miss, so to speak, but we saw that team against Texas, and I think we're going to see a closer result to that.
I think so.
Next, we got Colorado -4 heading to Texas Tech down in Luckenbach, Texas.
Not quite, but.
No, they're not in Luckenbach.
They're in Lubbock.
Correct. They're in Lubbock.
In Lubbock, Texas.
Willie and Waylon and the boys.
Hell yeah.
Do you think Texas Tech can do it 2 weeks in a row?
Yes. I'm not sure if they will, though. I'm staying so far away from this game, gambling-wise.
I am not.
I feel like I want to take Texas Tech, which makes me think it's going to be a Colorado night. Yeah. I'll lean Colorado on there. I just think the swagger, I don't know. But then again, it's Texas Tech's hosting Big Noon. So
yeah,
I have no pick on that one. I'm going to abstain my vote.
Next, we got Alabama game of the week. I guess Colorado, Texas A&M. No, never mind. No. Alabama -2.5 heading to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Is this a get-right spot for either of these teams?
Yes, and I'll tell you which one in just a minute.
I think I will, too. I'm curious on if we're in different ways here. All right, last game, real or fake game of the week. BYU -3 at Utah. Holy War. I do not have a pick in this game. I honestly think this is a bad spot for BYU. He's played a couple close games in a row. I like the Utes.
I lean BYU here. I had it in my pick six, but there's a homer one I put in instead of them in my pick six. So I like BYU in this game close. I think Utah is going to be up for it. I just don't know if they're going to be able to stop the BYU magic that they got going on right now. So give me the Cougs.
We'll head into the pick six. You want it first?
I'll happily take it. I'll go ahead and start it off right now. I can take the mic if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's see. There you go. First pick of the day. I got Georgia Tech +10.5 at Miami. Jacob, you feel free to comment off the side over there. Georgia Tech +10.5 against Miami is what I had. I feel I just don't believe in this Miami team, and I like the over. They can, but it's at Georgia Tech. It's a classic rough spot. I think a big trap game potential for Miami. So I got Georgia Tech +10.5. Moving on, the Bulldogs of Mississippi State.
Oh, wrong Bulldogs.
Well, I'll get to the other Bulldogs at Tennessee. Another team that we could put in real or fake, I think, with Tennessee. I liked them to cover 23.5. Mississippi State. I got them +23.5. I think. I know me and Josh Pate aligned with that. That was also one of his best bets of the week. So I'm rocking with the Bulldogs. I think they got potential to maybe even make that one a close one. Moving on now. Again, the Bulldogs. I got Georgia -2.5 covering at Ole Miss. I just don't think Ole Miss stands much of a chance past the first half of this game. South Carolina money line at Vandy. I think South Carolina goes in there and shows this Vandy team what a mid-tier SEC team is, because those are damn good also, not just the top tier guys. So I like that. Alabama money line at LSU.
Like it.
I think this. I'm a homer with one of my own bets there. One of our bets that we have is the LSU
we need under. One more loss.
This is the last real shot that LSU has to not win a game. So I like Alabama here on the road in Death Valley. And then finally, I'll speak more on this maybe a little bit in a second. Florida Atlantic and East Carolina. I like the over in this game.
I do too.
FAU's last 5 FBS games have all hit the over, and 4 of ECU's last 5 games have hit the over. 9 out of those 10 overs. I liked it. A lot of points in this game. I like a lot of
points. I'm right there with you.
Exactly. That's my pick 6. I'll pass it over to you now.
All right. My pick 6. I'm not even going to say what my record was last week because it was god awful. Following 5 in 1 week. Last week was not the same. Right off the bat, I didn't take a money line, but Alabama -2. I think the running quarterback's just going to be too much for the LSU defense. We saw it against Texas A&M. I think it's going to be the same story with Milroe here. Vanderbilt plus 4.5.
Wow.
I think this is such a letdown spot for South Carolina.
It really could be.
I just don't have the same hopes and feelings about it. I just think Vandy's been winning me money consistently. I think they do it again.
Good news is both of our bets can hit with that.
Yes.
We're fine.
Yep. Colorado minus 4.5. I think this is too much back-to-back weeks for Texas Tech. Colorado's rolling. Go Buffs.
I think you're right.
Going with an ACC pick here, or AAC rather. I got Army minus 4.5. I think the quarterback's hurt, but I just think it's going to be a little too much for North Texas. I like Army here. Taking the dogs, get right spot, big game. Kirby gets them up like nobody else. I think after a disappointing performance from last week, I think the dogs take care of business and win big in Oxford.
I think so too.
Last pick, I haven't taken them at all. 10 Indiana. I got Indiana minus 13.5 against a lowly Michigan Wolverines team.
I think Indiana's a wagon, dude.
I think they're going to be legit. I think they're going to take care of business. And now we'll jump into the game we're all here for. 8 o'clock kick, FAU here in G Vegas. I'm with you. My score prediction: 45-27 Pirates.
I don't even have a score prediction. Let's go off the dome here. I'll go 48-28.
48-28. I like it. Here we got. Hey, I don't know you, but you come here. You're coming here. You're getting on camera.
What's
your name, boss?
What's up? I'm Nick Hamilton.
Nick Hamilton.
Yeah.
How much do the Pirates win by today?
60 at least.
60 at least.
Hell yeah.
Do you think we made the wrong decision at quarterback? Should Caden Hauser been the starter the whole time?
100%.
Oh, yeah, of course it should have been. I heard over the summer last year that he came from Michigan.
Michigan State, yeah.
And he should have been starting. I mean,
that's what we said at the beginning of the year.
All I heard was Michigan. I was like, Garcia, I'm sorry, man. It's time to move on.
Well, she came from Mizzou and Miami, but Hauser actually had game experience.
It's valuable.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hauser, I think, was almost 1,500-yard passer at Michigan State.
Started only, 6 games?
Yeah, I think he started 6 games.
Say less.
I think FAU, like you said, they've scored a lot of points this year, but I just don't think they're going to have enough to keep up with this defense.
They've given up a lot of points.
Do you have a coaching suggestion
for ECU's next coach?
Man, I really don't know the coaching scene, but I've heard a lot of good stuff from our previous coach. But who knows, man? I mean, hey, you could be the next coach for all I care.
I'm an X's and O's guy.
Hey, I'm a Jimmy Jones guy.
But, yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. We'll wrap it up here from SPC.
Jersey's coming tomorrow on Twitter.
Let's roll Pirates, and let's take care of business.
Hey, you got